today in my dirty shop, as you can tell. Yes, so dirty. We are going to finish putting together that engine. Hopefully soon. Hopefully we'll get it done. We will see. Yep. So welcome back for another episode of the shop. We're going to get the KA put back together and hopefully get it put in. If we don't get it put in today, it's going to be in another episode. But all right. Well, before we begin on the engine, we're going to get my stickers up that I just received from Thailand not too long ago. So if you're not part of the shop on Instagram or Facebook, you should jump on there. It's hashtag the shop worldwide on Instagram and Facebook. So there you have it. Got all my stickers on here that I have so far. Yes, those two are crooked, but we'll deal with that later. Supporter. Anybody else wants to support? You will go in this toolbox until I fill it up, and then we will find another toolbox to fill up. So let's get to building this engine. Alright, diving into this, we are going to be replacing a rod to the piston, one of the pistons, number 3, because we had a bearing failure on number 3. So we're going to spin this over. We are going to pull the head after I guess we'll pull the head first because the bottom end is done, and go from there. Replacing the rod itself. The piston should be good. We'll take a look at all of them and replace the bearings, put the whole thing back together, and see how long it lasts. It is a KA. Alright, the timing chain. Got some cloth here holding that in. I'm going to pin this back up here, just for the upper timing chain for the cams. We're going to loosen one of these bolts, pull this timing chain off, get it to where we can pull this other timing chain off for right now. Then we're going to loosen all the cams and get it to where we can pull this head. Do it. Like I said in the last video, you need a pin of some sort to go and hold this timing chain back. So right here I have an earring. I don't know where it came from, but now you can see the timing chain is loose. So I'm going to take it off. Alright, before you start removing cams, you need to know, is the intake cam, hence the I right there if you can see it. And this is the exhaust cam, hence the E on the cap. All of these are numbered. All of these are numbered. So make sure you keep them in the correct order and on the correct side with a correct cam. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm also going to make sure that I draw an I on this one, an E on this one, even though I know orange is intake and green is exhaust. And also have a dry erase board, which I can also write on to make sure that I have everything in order. Orange. What did I say that one was? Intake. If I can spell correctly. And green. Exhaust. K-A. Wrote it up here on the dry erase board to make sure I remember. Now I'm going to place it in order, somewhere clean and away from everything else. Okay. Exhaust. Sometimes you have to put a little bit of oomph and movement into these to move them. So I'm just going to wiggle. And there we go, that one came loose. Let's see this one. Alright, the exhaust came loose as well. So, move them. Intake. Exhaust. Alright, we've got the cams removed, as you see. Now we have cylinder head bolts that we got to pull. We got 10 of them, so we got to make sure we pull them out, set them in a good place. Alright, here's the pistons. A little bit black, used a little bit, a little bit of debris. Pull that off. These channels. That's gone. Alright, but other than that, so far what I see looks pretty good. You got a little clip in here, if I can get it out. Little clip, use your pliers, get them out. You gotta push this rod at least halfway out to get to the piston. WD-40, the Scotch Brite pad, blue because they didn't have green, and all that. Spray some WD-40 on it, and we scrub. Put a lot of pressure on it, get all that carbon buildup off. Looks a lot better. Put this back in and move on to the other ones. non-cosmetic head gasket. If you ever question what to do when you're putting the block back together or anything like that, get you a manual. Yes, so this manual tells me that the order I need to tighten it, the order I need to loosen it, but mainly with the order that you need to tighten it, you got 4 steps right here. You gotta go through step 1 right there, 22 foot-pounds. You go to step 2, 59 foot-pounds. And step 3 is loosen the bolts completely. Step 4, tighten it back down to 18 to 25 foot-pounds. Then step 5, if you don't have an angle finder, tighten the bolts down to 55 to 62. So, going through that, we'll get it done and get this engine back together. Alright, going to 59 pounds. All the way up to 59 pounds. There we go. Alright, when you're putting the cams back in, make sure you write them down for the color or any markings you can, because green is actually supposed to be over here, orange is supposed to be over here. So, orange is the intake, green is the exhaust. I wrote it down right over here, and I just forgot that I wrote it down. It's right there. Boom. So, don't forget to write your stuff down. Let's get back to it. So today we got the engine put back together, finally. It's been a few days of getting some time here and there and being able to do it. So the next episode we're going to get it in the car, hopefully completely up and running, and we can get some road footage of it. But until then, we got it together. Got just about every component on it. The rest is still in the car. We got to kind of modify the exhaust a little bit to work better for us and not have exhaust leaks. So if you like this content, like, subscribe. Let me know anything you want to see or anything you want me to do to show, either with experience or with learning and then gaining experience from it. Help these projects out by checking out the shop worldwide on Facebook and Instagram. Get you some shirts, some hoodies, some leggings, some stickers. So let me get some more projects in here and get some more time to do them. Till then, thanks. I like how that looks. It needs to be straight.